In a cave outside Mecca, a merchant named Muhammad received words that would reshape civilization. What emerged became the 5 pillars of Islam, a framework that guides 1.8 billion believers today. But how did these sacred practices begin? The answer lies in 7th century Arabia. Arabia was a crossroads of faiths, Christianity, Judaism, and ancient tribal religions. The Byzantine and Persian empires dominated the region, locked in endless warfare. Into this world was born Muhammad ibn Abdullah, member of the Quraysh tribe. As a merchant, he traveled the trade routes, encountering diverse beliefs and practices. At age 40, during the month of Ramadan, everything changed. The angel Gabriel appeared with a command that would echo through history: read. These revelations became the Quran, and from them emerged the 5 pillars. The first believers formed the Ummah, a community bound not by tribe, but by faith. But what exactly were these 5 pillars that would define Islamic practice? According to the hadith of Gabriel, recorded in Sahih Muslim, they are the foundation of faith. The first pillar, Shahada, the declaration that transforms a person into a Muslim. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. This simple statement acknowledges monotheism and Muhammad's prophetic role. The second pillar, Salat, 5 daily prayers that create a rhythm of remembrance. Dawn, noon, afternoon, sunset, and night. Each prayer connects the believer to the divine. Originally, Muslims prayed toward Jerusalem, following the tradition of earlier prophets. But in Medina, a revelation changed the direction of prayer to Mecca forever. The third pillar, Zakat, a sacred obligation to care for those in need. Or the Quran states, the good person spends upon the orphans, the needy, and the wayfarer. Zakat purifies wealth and creates a just society. Typically 2.5% of one's savings annually. The fourth pillar, Sawm, fasting during the sacred month of Ramadan. From dawn to sunset, Muslims abstain from food, drink, and worldly pleasures. This practice develops self-discipline, empathy for the poor, and spiritual purification. The fifth pillar, Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca that every Muslim must attempt. Pilgrims perform tawaf, circling the Kaaba 7 times in remembrance of Abraham, a journey to Mount Arafat, where Muhammad delivered his final sermon. The Hajj unites Muslims from every nation, race, and social class in equality. These 5 pillars became the foundation as Islam spread beyond Arabia. Within a century, the Islamic empire stretched from Spain to Central Asia. The rightly guided caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali, preserved these practices. Abu Bakr compiled the Quran into written form, ensuring its preservation. Umar established the Islamic calendar, beginning with the Hijrah to Medina. Uthman standardized the Quranic text, creating the version used today. Ali's caliphate faced civil war, leading to the Sunni-Shia division that persists today. Yet both branches maintained the 5 pillars as their spiritual foundation. The Umayyad dynasty expanded Islamic rule while preserving the pillars' centrality. From Cordoba to Baghdad, The call to prayer echoed 5 times daily. Islamic scholars developed detailed jurisprudence around each pillar's proper observance. The Abbasid caliphs built magnificent mosques to accommodate the growing faithful. Trade routes carried not just goods but the 5 pillars to distant lands. In Southeast Asia, Africa, and Central Asia, local cultures embraced these practices. The Mongol invasions tested Islam's resilience, yet the pillars endured. Remarkably, many Mongols themselves converted, adopting the 5 pillars. The Ottoman Empire made the Hajj pilgrimage a state-protected journey. Sufi mystics found deeper spiritual meaning within each of the 5 pillars. For them, the Shahada became a gateway to divine union. Prayer became meditation. Zakat became selfless service. Hajj became inner pilgrimage. Islamic scholars preserved Greek philosophy while developing the pillars' theology. Al-Ghazali wrote extensively on the spiritual dimensions of each pillar. Ibn Sina and Averroes explored the rational foundations of Islamic practice. The Crusades tested Muslim resolve, yet the pillars remained their spiritual anchor. Saladin's recapture of Jerusalem allowed Muslim pilgrims to pray there once more. The Black Death devastated the Islamic world, yet communities maintained their prayers. The Mamluk sultans protected the Hajj routes from Bedouin raids. Through conquest and conversion, the 5 pillars reached India, Indonesia, and beyond. Today, 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide continue these ancient practices. From New York to Jakarta, the call to prayer still echoes 5 times daily. The Hajj now brings together millions annually in the largest gathering on earth. Technology has transformed practice. Prayer apps, digital Qurans, virtual Hajj experiences. Yet the essence remains unchanged: submission to Allah and service to humanity. The 5 pillars create a rhythm of life that connects the individual to the divine. They transform ordinary moments into opportunities for spiritual growth. The Shahada reminds believers of their fundamental purpose and identity. Prayer creates moments of peace and reflection. In a chaotic world, Zakat builds bridges between rich and poor, creating social justice. Fasting develops empathy, self-discipline, and spiritual purification. The Hajj demonstrates the equality of all believers before Allah. Together, these practices form a complete spiritual ecosystem. They address the human need for meaning, community, and transcendence. In an age of rapid change, they provide stability and continuity. From a cave outside Mecca to the global stage, this is Islam's enduring legacy. The 5 pillars transformed not just individual lives, but entire civilizations. They created a framework for justice, compassion, and spiritual growth. From the markets of Baghdad to the universities of Cordoba, Islam flourished. The 5 pillars preserved classical knowledge while fostering new discoveries. They inspired architecture that still takes our breath away. Most importantly, they created a global community united by shared values. Today, as Muslims face toward Mecca in prayer, They join this ancient, they connect with 1400 years of believers who found meaning in these practices. The 5 pillars remain as relevant today as they were in Muhammad's time. They offer a path to spiritual fulfillment in our modern world. Perhaps that's the true miracle, not just their survival, but their continued power to transform lives. What aspects of the 5 pillars resonate most with your own spiritual journey? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's explore these sacred traditions together. Subscribe for more stories from the world's sacred traditions. Until next time, peace be with you.